Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we will talk about class 10th mathematics exercise 1.3 and question number 15. We have already solved the various equations types like x plus 1, x plus 3, x minus 5, x minus 7 is equal to 192. You have seen that this is the equation which contains 1, 2, 3 and 4. X raised power 1, x raised power 1, x raised power 1 and x raised power 1. Mean that x maximum power will be 4. So this x will contain 4 roots. So how to solve this type of question within class 9th? You have already solved such type of question just within exercise 5.2. This positive 192 is negative here. X plus 1, x plus 3, x minus 5, x minus 7 is negative 192 is equal to 0. And after that you have to arrange 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 values are going to multiply with each other. You can replace one value with another because for multiplication there is no specific order. This one and this minus 5. You have to make the pair that 1 plus 3, that is 4, and this negative and negative, this negative 5 and negative 7, that is minus 12. There is no match here, there is a mismatch, so we can't take this pair. You have to make the pair. Okay, if this pair not works, you have to replace it. Like 1 minus 5. What is the answer of 1 minus 5? You very well know about that. 1 minus 5, that is minus 4. And plus 3 and minus 7, that is also minus 4. So now this pair becomes similar. So you have to arrange it. Just combine these values, x plus 1 and x minus 5, x plus 3 and x minus 7, minus 192 is equal to 0. So you can see that the pair of x plus 1 and x minus 5 and the pair of x plus 3 and x minus 7, this will work. So I am writing it within big brackets. Okay, now you have to multiply both these values and both these expressions. Just multiply it. How to multiply the algebraic values? X into x, that is x square, minus 5x plus 1x, 1 into x, that is 1x, or x, 1 into minus 5, that is minus 5. Okay, now within another bracket, that is x square minus 7x plus 3x, 3 into minus 7, that is minus 21, minus 192 is equal to 0. Okay, x square minus 5x plus x, that is minus 4x, and then minus 5. X square minus 7x plus 3x minus 4x minus 21 minus 192 is equal to 0. X square minus 4x, after that minus 5, x square minus 4x, then minus 21. You can see that x square minus 4x and this x square minus 4x, this and this thing is similar. So we can let this x square minus 4x to 1. Now this type of question, this is very big one. So how to solve this bigger type of question? Just like previous questions, you just have to let it for small variable. So this x square minus 4x and this x square minus 4x, very similar. So you have to take let y is equal to x square minus 4x. So instead of writing x square minus 4x, you have to write y minus 5. And then again x square minus 4x, you have to write y, then minus 21, then minus 192 is equal to 0. Okay, now you can see that there is no such type of variable related to y. Now the variable changed The variable is only y. So you just have to find the value of y, just like previous questions of exercise 1.3. Now you can see that both values are going to multiply here. So multiply it, y square minus 21y minus 5y minus into minus plus 105, okay, then minus 192 is equal to 0. Now arrange it, y square minus 21y minus 5y, that is minus 26y, and plus 105 minus 192. You have to subtract it from calculator. That is 105 minus 192, that is minus 87 is equal to 0. Now see that this is the quadratic equation, just like ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So you just have to solve it on your own, whether you can solve it from factorization method or from completing square method, or just apply quadratic formula here. If you have the choice, 1 into minus 87, that is 87, and now you have to factorize it. 3 2s are 6, 3 9s are 27, and 29 1s are 29. Okay. Now y square, you can write it as minus 29y plus 3y. Minus 29 plus 3 means that minus 26, minus 87 is equal to 0. What is common here? Yes, y is common. So y minus 29. What is common here? 3 is common here. So y minus 29. So if both these values are similar, what you have to do now, it is y minus 29 one time and y plus 3 one time is equal to 0. Now separate it, y minus 29 is equal to 0 and y plus 3 is equal to 0. Now you will be one step away to find the value of y. But we are not going to find the value of y, we are to just find the value of x. So what is basically the y? Y is basically x square minus 4x. So put y is equal to, or replace y is equal to x square minus 4x. So you have to write x square minus 4x here, minus 29 is equal to 0, and then x square minus 4x plus 3 is equal to 0. Now you can see that this is the quadratic equation and this is also the quadratic equation. You can't apply factorization method here, you just have to apply quadratic formula here. Here a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 4 and c is equal to minus 29. Apply quadratic formula, that is x is equal to, you know that quadratic formula. What is the quadratic formula? Recall in your mind, x is equal to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So I am just applying the values here, just of shortage of this place. Minus b value is minus 4, plus minus under root b square mean that minus 4 square, minus 4a and c. What is the value of a and value of c? That is minus 29, and in denominator 2a. What is the value of a? That is 1. So negative into negative, that is positive. This negative into this negative, 29, also positive. So x is equal to 4 plus minus under root minus 4 square mean to say that 16 plus 4 into 29. Just calculate it within your calculator. It is 4 multiplied by 29 plus 16. That is square root 132. and in denominator 2 ones are 2. This is the answer from this side. You can see that x contains both roots, positive root and negative root. And now for this side, you can apply factorization here very easily, like x square minus 3x minus x plus 3 is equal to 0. You have to take common x, like x minus 3, you have to take common minus 1. X minus 3 is equal to 0. Now, these are same, x minus 3, x minus 1 is equal to 0. Now, x minus 3 is equal to 0 and x minus 1 is equal to 0. So, minus 3 is here, so x is equal to 3 and minus 1 is here, so x is equal to 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 roots are here. This was question number 15, and now the last question, that is question number 16 here. You have to solve it. Question number 16 is just like question number 15, but we will solve it. X minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 8, x plus 5, plus 360. Just like previous question number 15, you just have to make pairs. First, minus 1 and minus 2. What is the answer of minus 1 and minus 2? That is minus 3. Okay. And another one, minus 8 plus 5. What is the answer of minus 8 and plus 5? That is minus 3. So this pair works. So this will be the pair. You have to just multiply both these values and both these values. Just multiply it. X into x, that is x square, minus 2x minus x plus 2. And now you have to multiply this pair. X square plus 5x minus 8x minus 8 5s of 40, and then plus 360 is equal to 0. Now x square minus 2x and minus x. This is minus 3x plus 2, and x square plus 5x minus 8x minus 3x minus 40 plus 360 is equal to 0. So just like the previous part, you can see that x minus 3x here and again x minus 3x. This thing will only happen if this pair works. If this pair not works, you are not going to able to solve this question. This minus 3 will be this minus 3, this minus 3 will be this minus 3. So you have to let this same thing to y. Now put y instead of x square minus 3x. And then again y minus 40. Now again you have to multiply both these expressions, y square minus 40y plus 2y minus 80 plus 360 is equal to 0. This will becomes now the quadratic equation again. So y square minus 38y minus 80 plus 360. You have to calculate it. To 80. Now you can see that this will again becomes the quadratic equation. So for this quadratic equation, you can simplify it by making pairs by factorization. So factorize it. (280), just solve it, LCM taking method. 2 7s are 35, 5 7s are 7 ones. You want minus 38 here after getting subtraction or addition. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 5s are 4, 35, 35, 30, 2 2s are 4, 4 7s are 28, 28 and 10. Yes, this is y square minus 28y and minus 10y. After both getting multiplication, you have it plus 280. Or just simplify minus 28 and minus 10. This is minus 38. What is common here? That is y common, y minus 28. What is common? Minus 10. Again y minus 28. You can see that this is similar. So y minus 28 and y minus 10 is equal to 0. And after that, just separate it. Now you just have to solve for the value of y. 1 2 3 4x. So x contains 4 roots. So what was the value of x? Mean that you have to replace this y with x square minus 3x. X square minus 3x minus 28 is equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation. Now for this y, x square minus 3x minus 28 is equal to 0. Apply quadratic formula here. Sorry, this was minus 10. Apply quadratic formula here and apply quadratic formula here. For this, for x square minus 3x minus 28 is equal to 0, a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 3, c is equal to minus 28. Just apply the values for quadratic formula. Minus b value is minus 3 plus minus into b square, mean that minus 3 square minus 4a and c. What is the value of a? Value of c, and in denominator 2 into 1. This minus into this minus positive, this minus into this minus positive. 3 plus minus under root. Negative 3 square, that is 9 plus 4 into 28. You have to just calculate it. 9 plus, this is 121. Two ones are 2. Now 3 plus minus, this is 11 divided by 2. So x is equal to 3 plus 11 divided by 2, and x is equal to 3 minus 11 divided by 2. So x is equal to 3 plus 11, 14 divided by 2, that is 7. And this is x is equal to 3 minus 11 divided by 2. 3 minus 11, that is minus 8 divided by 2, that is minus 4. So x first value is 7 and x next value, that is minus 4. For this x square minus 3x minus 10, you again apply quadratic formula just like that, and you can simply get the answer. So this step I have already told you, and for these roots you can apply just quadratic formula, and you very well know about that. Now we will talk about the radical equation, the last topic of this chapter number 1. What is the radical equation? You very well know about the radical signs. Radical sign from class 9, you have very well know that. Radical equation. What is radical equation? An equation that involves the radical sign. What is the radical sign? The sign relevant to square root. For example, is this a radical equation? First of all, you just have to realize that, is this an equation? Yes, this is an equation just because of this equality sign. And after that, this equation contains this radical sign, this square root sign. So this is basically the radical equation. This is also the radical equation. This is an equation. Yes, this is an equation. This equation contains radical sign. Yes, this equation contains radical sign. So this is the radical equation. How we have to solve the radical equations? That is totally be the part of exercise 1.4. So now we will talk about exercise 1.4. But for this exercise, you just have to move forward one step. Just like in the previous exercise, you just have to, unlike those exercises, you just have to check the solutions, whether it is a solution, it is the root or not of this equation. First of all, how we can solve this equation? This is an equation, but this is the radical equation because it contains a radical sign. First we have to remove this radical sign. How we can remove this sign? Yes, squaring on both sides. Apply square here and here. This square is going to cancel with this square root. Now this becomes the formula a plus b whole square, mean that a square like 2x square like 4x square plus b square 5 square, mean that 25 plus 2a and b. Or you can simply write it as 2x square plus 5 square plus 2ab. What is the value of a? 2x. And what is the value of b? 5 is equal to 7x plus 6. So now 2x square like 4x square plus 25 plus 2 2s are 4, 4 5s are 20x, and this 7x and plus 6 will be negative here, minus 7x minus 6 is equal to 0. Now rearrange it. 4x square, 20 minus 7 plus 13x, 25 minus 6 plus 19 is equal to 0. You can see that this is now the quadratic equation. This is the quadratic equation, so you have the methods. You can apply a quadratic formula here. To apply quadratic formula, you just have to, if you can easily make the pair of it, you can do it very well. Here the value of a is equal to 4, b is 13 and c is 19. Now apply quadratic formula here. X is equal to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Put all the values here. Minus, what is the value of b? That is 13 plus minus under root b square, mean that 13 square minus 4, a and c. The value of a is 4, the value of c is 19, and denominator 2 into a 4. So x is equal to negative 13 plus minus under root. Just solve it. Thirteen square into. So this is negative 135 and 2 4s are 8. Now these both are roots, negative 13 plus minus under root minus 135. So basically this is the solution. You just have to check it, check the values, like put the values within this question and which satisfy this root, this will be the answer. After that, the next question, square root x plus 3 is equal to 3x minus 1. This is again the radical equation. So to solve the radical equation, you have to again apply the similar method. First you have to abolish this square root sign, squaring on both sides. This square is going to cancel with this square root. Then x plus 3 is equal to, apply square formula, 9x square plus 1 minus 2ab. I'm just writing it, 3x and 1. Now x plus 3 is positive here and negative on that side. 0 is equal to 9x square plus 1 minus 2 3 are 6x minus x minus 3. So 9x square minus 7x minus 2 is equal to 0. Now this is again the quadratic formula, the quadratic equation. You can apply the quadratic formula here, or you can just simply factorize it on your own. 9x square minus 9x plus 2x minus 2 is equal to 0. What is common here? 9x, then x minus 1, then plus 2. X minus 1 is equal to 0. So x minus 1 and 9x plus 2 is equal to 0. This is x is equal to 1 and this will be x is equal to minus 2 divided by 9. So these are both the roots, and you can further solve these questions very well. And in next lecture we will talk about further about this exercise. Thank you.